What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing okay. Let's let this go in here. So I want to make sure everybody can hear me okay as well. So if you're in here, let me know if you can hear me. All right. Okay. Today we're going to be going over some just quick information about trademarks, brand approval, brand registry, everything like that. The fact of there's just a lot of confusion about this stuff too. Last time people said my mic was too quiet too. So if you guys can hear me like good, like full-fledged volume, like let me know. What's up, guys? What's up? My opinion, Usama, what's going on? So yeah, we'll go over Q&A stuff today too. Again, Q&A stuff, you want first priority for Q&A. Make sure you get in the Facebook group, which is in the first link in the description, and apply to get in there. Again, it's free. Just make sure you're serious about Amazon before hopping in. Just keep the conversation good in there. So we'll go over Q&A stuff here in a second. But first, I want to talk again about. M says I can't hear you. Usama says loud and clear. So I'm not sure, M, if that's on you or what there, but so yeah, let's go over brand approval, brand registry, and trademarks here. So I'll leave my screen up here. That's way we can go over some stuff we need to live. But let's first start with brand approval, right? So what is brand approval? Why do we want it? Everything like that. So brand approval is essentially when we want to list our brand name on Amazon without a trademark. So essentially, so we don't have to list generically on Amazon, right? Because generic, we'll get a lot of scammers. We could have counterfeit people on our page as well, and we want to list our brand name just so we don't have issues down the line. Well, brand approval is essentially you go and make a listing on Amazon, and you go ahead and get it going on Amazon. And then at the end, once you put your brand name on there, everything like that, it's going to give you an error screen, essentially like applying to get past error code 5665. You go in there, you send pictures of your either product packaging or your product in general with your brand name on it, then they'll approve it. So you'll have to go through that process to get brand approval there. Once that's done, you'll go back to your application. It could take a week, could take 4 days, could take 10 days, somewhere in that realm. We know how Amazon is with this stuff. So it really depends on that. But yeah, essentially get brand approval. Then you go back and finish your listing with your brand name attached, which is huge. We don't want to list generically on this stuff because it sucks. Just because, again, counterfeiters, there's going to be more of those, and we can't get brand registered later and everything like that. So that's brand approval. That's no trademark. You're just getting approval to list your brand on Amazon with nothing else attached. You literally just went to a manufacturer, put a random brand name on there that you chose, and then plop that down there. Okay. Number 2 is brand registry. So this is different than brand approval. So brand registry is a program within Amazon. And if you have a trademark, which we'll talk a little bit about too, what that takes, if you have a trademark, you could go ahead and get brand registry, which unlocks A+ content. So essentially having a web page on your Amazon profile there. And then as well, you can go ahead and get video ads, video PPC ads there, and you have a branded storefront, and you have more protection to just take you more seriously if you have, cases you make, anything like that, for getting counterfeiters off your page there. So that's brand registry, and you need a trademark for that. Okay, so trademark, you can go to the USPTO office, and you can register for one of those. So let's see if I put that in right. So you can go here. Go to trademarks, apply online. You can also search trademarks here. So if you think that maybe your brand name's taken, go search in this database right here and then apply online for this. You could do it yourself. I do have a video on YouTube where I go over this myself, how to do it. Or you could go to places like Trademarkia. So these are lawyers who trademark on your behalf, and there's tons of these services. So go ahead and price shop. So trademarks online. So we see Trademark Engine, we see Trademark at Elite, you see the government site I was just on here, LegalZoom, and then it just keeps going on and on and on. So you could take your time, figure that out, what's best for you when it comes to that, but that's what you're trying to do there. So I recommend it anymore just because you can do it yourself, and you only need a pending trademark number to get in brand registry, which could take like 4 days instead of 12 months to a year, or 12 months to 12 months to 18 months, somewhere in that realm. So I recommend getting a trademark right away if it's something you want to sell long term. So that's the difference there, guys. If you guys have any questions on the trademark stuff, any confusion on brand approval, brand registry, like let me know in the chat, like right now, and then we could talk about that for sure. Also, any other questions you guys have after I'm done with the Facebook questions, I'll go ahead and answer in the live chat if I have time. But right now, I'm going to get into the Q&A stuff here before I get into the chat. So again, this is our public Facebook group. It's free. You can go ahead and apply to get in there, and the link down in the description below if you guys would like to get in there. That way, every week you can put your questions here, and then you'll get first priority for questions asked here. Okay. Also, there's some great stuff in here, as in resources. We have a lot of guides, a lot of videos, things like that. We do a lot of written guides and video guides as well. So feel free to hop in there if you want to go deeper into that. Let me go see if I can find the questions here again. Where you at? Where you at? There we are. Okay. Cool. So we'll start with Romaine Hudson here. So, hey Cameron, how can I create a good product description, including photos and info about the specific product? First, I just want to see if you guys can see those questions. I'll probably zoom in a little bit here for you guys. Let's see what that looks like on screen. That looks better. Yeah, love it. Okay, so hey Cameron, how can I create a good product description, including photos and info about the specific product? So I usually, if you're talking about A+ content here, which is a little different than just doing a description itself, you can have a written description that's just words and lettering on your site, or you can have A+ content, which includes photos, HTML essentially, with almost like a little mini website page on your actual Amazon product listing. So if you're talking about that, I actually hire this out just because I don't have the creative brain. I usually don't have the photo assets that I need. So what I'll do in this whole process, I'll get photos made, some nice photos. So some lifestyles, depending on the product too. Sometimes you need infographics, 3D renderings. And then when I have those lifestyles that are high quality, I'll go to someone else to create the A+ the listing and organize this for me, as well as maybe put some, depending on how expensive they are, if they're a little bit cheaper, maybe they're not great at copy, but they can at least get the thing structured so you can go back and maybe their copy's not that good. So you can go back in there and fix the copy yourself. I just want the structure figured out because I can't creatively, it'll just take me too long to spit out something that looks good. And then you can just use their framework and then kind of build off that, whether if you want to add another section yourself or anything like that. So that's usually what I do for that. I hire that out. Fiverr, Upwork can be a good system for that. Also, there's tons of other places. This site wasn't working for me earlier today, but whoops, not that. Let's see if this site's working now. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that one. But there's also, if we go to, let's see, this one's a little bit more expensive, but just kind of an example of what you're looking for. There's so many of these sites out of here, and just kind of using word of mouth, doing your own research, because these services change so fast that you need to figure out what's best for you, right? So we can see lifestyles here as well. So we can see some good stuff here. Let's see. Doesn't look like they actually do A+ content. But there are ones, a lot of these Amazon photo services, they do A+ content as well. So what if I do A+ content, Amazon services? Again, Fiverr and Upwork would be my first go to it. Let's see. A+ content that sells. So again, I don't know this. I don't know who these people are. Again, that's why you have to do your research. But again, Fiverr. And these are going to be kind of lower grade services, guys, just so you know. I could type words here. A+ content. I don't want to sign up right now. And then you could sort by, let's see, best selling, and kind of go through these, read the reviews, everything like that. So they're a little cheaper, but something to look for. Upwork, you get a little bit higher quality, but you get to actually like interview people, talk to people, everything like that. So that's what I would do for that, Romaine. Let's see, Usama here. Hello, Cameron, newbie here. I wanted to advise if I should list my product as a generic brand to test out the market, and once I see sales finish my trademark application, register my brand, then list it under that, or just establish my brand and list it right away? Also, should I place a first order once it's shipped and create listing, or can I create a listing while products are being manufactured and getting ready to ship? So what you need, so I usually place the order first and then make the listing like right after that. I'm talking like the day after. But to do this, I don't suggest doing generic brand. I suggest at least, just like I talked about in the beginning here, getting brand approval. That way you're all set up with a trademark later. You're okay. It's easily just kind of, you're adding instead of like having to start all over again. Generic, they don't let you switch these brand names anymore. Like it's very rare they let you switch this, and if you can get to it, it's so frustrating and hard anymore that it's best just to do it right the first time and at least get brand approval, get your brand name listed. But you'll need photos. You can have your manufacturer do this. You can have your first sample do this. Essentially have your brand name on the product or on the packaging. It can't just be a sticker. It can't be a tag. It can't be anything like that. It's got to be like printed on your packaging or printed or embedded in your product in some way, some form. And then you can have your manufacturer take photos of this for you and then go ahead and list that up. Or if you want to get trademark right away, you can do that too, but you can always do this later. Again, this is pretty easy to do now, and you can do this within a week. So it's up to you. Also, should I first, me anymore, if it's a long-term product, I'm doing a trademark right away. But if you're just testing out, maybe just do brand approval. Also, should I place first order once it's shipped? Yeah, okay. So I answered that for you. Usama here, another newbie question. When we restock our item, do we use the same UPC code, or do we need to assign a new one? Same UPC code. So if it's the exact same product, you're just getting more units, UPC code's already taken care of. It's in the Amazon system, and then you just print out the FN SKU they create for you once you put the UPC in, and that goes in every single box, and that's the same one too, okay? Rashid Lamchali. Hello, Cameron. How can I avoid to sell a generic brand without brand register? Get brand approval, which I explained already like twice in here, so that's perfect for you. Samantha Victoria. Hey, Karen, my product is exempt from adding UPC. We successfully created the listing without the UPC, but have noticed any issues with this. I personally have never done G10 exemption, which is what you're talking about. I don't think you'll have issues with this. If your brand name is listed on there successfully, maybe get a trademark and get brand registry, just kind of like solidify your place. But I don't know. I'm hoping not. If I had to guess, you shouldn't run into too many issues with this. Stephanie Lee asked, hey, Cameron, currently I'm selling one product on Amazon and I'm brand registered. My product is a pending TM and I can create A+ content for the product. Now, if I would like to add a new product and this product is completely unrelated to the first, but I intend to use the same brand name, do I need to apply for a TM again for the product in order to create A+ content for this product? So if you're approved to sell with the same brand name with that product, then you're good. You use the same TM for that. Now, if it's unrelated and Amazon doesn't allow you to, say you're selling cat supplies and then all of a sudden your next product is in clothing, well, Amazon's not going to let you do that, okay? In most cases anyways, they want to at least try to prevent you from doing that. So they need a new trademark, and then since you can't add classes with the old trademark anymore, that's kind of a pain, then you're going to start a new trademark in general, so new brand name, which makes sense because, if you're starting a clothing brand and a cat supply brand, you probably should have different names anyways, but yeah. Romaine Hudson. Hey, Cameron, when I'm checking a product profitability for product research, sometimes I notice where the dimensions are sometimes off. For example, in the picture shown, does this affect whether or not the calculations may be off? Let's see what you're talking about here. 16 by 16 dimensions. Yeah, if that's the case, I'm not sure why this doesn't have a third dimension, because unless they live in 2D, I'm not sure what's going on there, but that's incorrect. Yeah. I'd probably say this is more correct than that if I had to guess, but I'm not sure what the product is. I would potentially go on the Amazon FBA calculator. So if you just Google Amazon FBA revenue calculator, try to put that ASIN into there. So the Seller Central one, put that ASIN in there, see what pops up there for you. But yeah, we need to figure that out is what's the real numbers. Romaine here. Hey, Cameron, after months doing research, I may have found a good one, but products will be sent via sea shipping. Is 175 cartons too much where it would affect my profits? Also, since it's my first official product, would you recommend maybe find a new product with not such bulk per se? Excuse me there. Per se, my order quantity is around 700 units. 4 units would fit to each carton. Just need your recommendation for this matter. Let's see. I found a good product, but the products will be sent via sea shipping, 175 cartons. I'm not sure. You have to get quotes. That's what quotes are for. Get a freight forwarder quote, to see how that affects your margins, and then see how much volume that is, because you might not be able to send that all in at once either if it's that big of a product. So you might have to store some at home, store some in a 3PL somewhere, whatever, and send more in later. Let's see if you guys can see. Yeah, okay, so we can still see all the questions. That's good. Usama, newbie here, so any help is appreciated. I'm listing my first product as generic. When I put the UPC, which I got from GS1, I got the following errors. While getting the UPC, it had a field for branding, which I put generic. So any suggestions? SKU doesn't match. Yeah, you'll probably need to put a brand name associated with this on UPC or the GS1, and then you'll probably need to make a case and get a letter of affiliation and send in your GS1 certificate. A lot of people are going through this right now, and best is to make cases and have them give you, like, just keep making cases until they give you instructions on how to fix it. Patrice Pure, I have a personal seller account. Should I just switch that info to my LLC or register for a new account? I'd switch that to your LLC. So it's a lot easier converting one account than making a brand new account. Plus, you don't have two active accounts at one time. That can cause a lot of headaches for many reasons. Cool, guys. That's all the questions in here. Let's check the chat out here for you guys. Godfather, how is Amazon Canada? Amazon Canada is good. It's obviously not even close to the size of the US marketplace, but it's growing. And it's good to, like, what I usually have my clients do is that they will go ahead and, say they order 500 units, they'll send, 400 units to the US and 100 units to Canada, because why not, and let time do the work when it comes to that. So yeah, Canada's good to start as like a supplementary place, unless you go for more high volume products there, which I'm not a huge fan of. I just like to let it grow over time and just let time do the work on Canada side. Usama, I submitted my app on USPTO on 14th. When I go to Seller Central enroll my brand, it keeps telling me reference error code 217000. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I've never seen that before, so I'd have to see more context on that. Usama, my opinion, we were able to get brand registry with our product and have a question regarding A+ content. As far as keywords, are you adding keywords to each module image or under just one image in any module? So I'm not keyword stuffing as much in A+ content. I'm more about the visuals. I'm more about actual copywriting as far as selling. But yeah, if you can intertwine your main keyword phrases in there without it being clunky or anything like that, I'm okay with that. So I don't really have a formula for that, but just if I write good copy and it has to happens to have the good keywords in there, that's a huge plus. Arthur, can I sell the product category that is different from the trademark class that I registered? Depends how far off it is and what kind of rep you get at Amazon for that. Usama, who is responsible for customs fees once supplies are shipping from China? You are. Ultimately, you are. As if you do private label, you're the manufacturer and you're ultimately responsible for that. So when you ship with your freight forwarder, ask for it in terms of DDP, so delivered with duties paid. That way, so if you just ship it over here with the bare minimum, they're going to expect a check once UPS or DHL drops it off, whoever. So if you do that at Amazon, they're going to laugh and reject your shipment. So make sure it's DDP terms only when you're freight forwarding there. Okay. Cool, guys. Again, if you guys want more of your questions asked and answered here, make sure you get in the Facebook group with the first link in the description of this video. And then, if there's any other topics too, guys, let me know you guys want to cover. But again, get in the Facebook group and let me know what topics you guys would like to get covered there. But good video. Good seeing you guys all. I appreciate you hopping on, and I look forward to doing these more every week. All right, guys. Bye. Also, before I shut this off, make sure you guys subscribe. Just do it. Do it for me. Do it for the algo. I appreciate that very much. So, all right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.